You ready? It was Stephen Colbert and Anderson Cooper had a conversation, and they had both just lost their moms, and they both had big families, and like their brothers died young, some accidents and stuff. And he was basically saying that like he had this quote about like any act of God is. It was basically, I'm gonna butcher how it was the actual verbiage, but it basically saying everything is perfect, even the worst things that happen to you, or every act of God is the way it's supposed to be. And he asked me, he's like, "Do you really feel that way?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah," because he had a crazy answer, and he was just like, "I do feel that way." Like, if you look at it, if you're approaching it like, dude, it's fucking amazing that we're alive. It's amazing that we had the opportunity to have our mothers for as long as we did. It's really like there's not one human being that's ever existed that hasn't suffered terribly at one point. So he's basically saying, you can't just pick and choose what you're grateful for. If you're gonna be grateful, you have to be grateful for the bad parts too. You know what I mean? You can't pick and choose like, oh, I'm gonna be grateful for this, and then the next day when something bad happens, I can't be, you know what I mean? It's all like,
it's like being yes.
It was just,
you got to be like I always be thinking about this one thing, like, what if there wasn't bullshit, like if there wasn't villains, what the fuck would a superhero do?
Right.
Like, superheroes' happiest days when someone's doing something up.
Yeah. This is the exact point.
It's like you got to be like, all right, like,
dude,
up that's my time to shine, baby.
It's all part of it. It's part of being human.
That's how I'm trying to feel again, bro.
It's part about
to be dead ass. Like I used to always be like that. Like every time something bad was happening, I was like, my time to shine.
But dude, you can't.
And then I've been sulking.
You can get back there. You were drawn to that for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got off track in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
so now you're getting back on track. There's nothing wrong about diving back into that. You're in a whole different space with a whole new perspective. And it's really just trying to work on yourself. How can anything bad come from that? You ready?